To make a profit is the secondary function or the secondary goal. The primary goal is to help the poor. So in essence, it's really a company built with a purpose of enriching the lives of the poor, economically and otherwise. Now, his second book is called Creating a World Without Poverty. Muhammad Yunus is a big thinker. My friend Mark Victor Hansen just told me about it about a month ago when we met. As you know, Mark Victor Hansen is the best-selling author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. He's a #1 Guinness Book World Record holder for having sold the most number of books. And he's a big fan of Muhammad Yunus, just like I am. And we talked about it, and he said that when he first met Muhammad Yunus, the aura was just like the world. I mean, it was just an amazing aura. You know, he shone like a saint. You know, he met him at an elevator when he was visiting, I believe, Singapore, if I'm not mistaken. Both of them were in Singapore, and that's how they met. And anyways, he wrote this book, and he actually published this book officially the end of the year of 2007, December 31st. And I got a hold of this book. I pre-ordered it, and I got it just in time for my trip. And I read the book from cover to cover. And I even had notes all over. I mean, I folded it. I mean, I have you know, yellow highlights. In essence, what this book is a manifesto on how to create a social business, a social enterprise, an enterprise owned by the poor. Grameen Bank has started the biggest telecommunications company in Bangladesh, the biggest yogurt company in Bangladesh. They're also starting hospitals. They're starting eye care centers. I mean, they have multinational, multifunctional businesses that, again, it's owned by the poor, which is really very crucial here. That's the big difference here. It's owned by the poor. Now, in here, especially in chapter chapter 4, from microcredit to social business, he laid out how to create one. And this book, in addition to The World is Flat, has affected my thinking, that I made a decision on my trip here that instead of forming a typical capitalistic company, I'm forming a social business in the area of internet marketing outsourcing. And again, I'm going to be telling you more about it later on. Now, when you read the book, make sure you take a lot of notes, because it's not easy reading. It's highly complicated in the sense that it is, the idea is just life-changing and business transforming. It's not your typical, you know, how to make money kind of stuff. When we're talking about, you know, making a difference while making a profit instead of the other way around. Now, there's many social entrepreneurs that you are familiar with. #1 is, of course, the richest man in the world. Bill Gates himself has donated more than $25 billion to the Melissa and Bill Gates Foundation. His good friend, Warren Buffett, the second richest man in the world, has actually, in essence, if I can say this word, disowned or disinherited his own descendants of $37 billion, because he made a decision that he's going to give $37 billion to the Bill Gates Foundation. Okay? And that's an amazing philanthropy. It's beyond philanthropy, it's social entrepreneurship. So that's the book, Creating a World Without Poverty, Muhammad Yunus. When you're a social entrepreneur, you're not alone. There's a lot of big guys, big thinkers, big gals in the world who are with you in this endeavor. So join me in this revolution, the social entrepreneurship revolution. And for you who are in the internet marketing niche, I actually coined the term social netpreneur. In fact, I bought the domain name socialnetpreneur.com talk more about it, and I'll be launching that site in the next few months.